Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Many Muslims in the Air Force hide their faith in order to avoid harassment. Because of this secrecy, the majority of openly practicing Muslims are actually converts, people who enter the military as one faith and then switch to Islam. Muslim converts are often ostracized by friends and family who do not support their decision. This makes the process of transitioning to Islam on a military base all the more isolating.
There are days, being a Muslim period in America, in which it can get tiring. Yeah. It's like, wow, here we go again. We gotta put on that armor and go out into the battlefield and go through this again. What kind of Muslim are we? Are we striving to be excellent Muslims as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the messenger of God? At the age of 17, I made the decision to become a Muslim. And at that same time that I made that decision, I also decided to join the United States Air Force. So in the 4 years that I've been an Air Force chaplain, I've seen about 30 people become a Muslim. They were struggling with something in their life, looking for answers.
I've been in the Air Force for 16 years. I'm a bomb loader on the MQ-9 Reaper aircraft. At the point in my life where I met Chaplain Montigua, I wasn't as spiritually fit as I know that I could have been. I was working 80 hours a week. My marriage was failing. I wanted to be a better parent. It just felt like everything was falling apart. And I had a lot of questions I needed answered.
6 months after attending her first Muslim service, Lillian took her Shahada, the formal declaration of faith in Islam. Soon after converting, she transferred to a base in New Mexico, leaving behind Chaplain Lantigua and the only Muslim community she'd ever known.
Converting to Islam has definitely made me a work in progress. But 34 years of dead weight is gone. I'm feeling emotions now. I don't feel numb anymore.
Some people's conversion to Islam is easy and sometimes it's difficult. You know, I know of individuals in the military who became Muslim and their parents will no longer speak to them. Their siblings will no longer speak to them. Their friends have deleted them from social media and won't return phone calls. So it's like, what am I going to do? How am I going to navigate these waters, especially when we're talking about people who I love?
I've been Christian for 58 years, and I was raised old school. And when she announced to me that she was seeking the Muslim religion, I instantly became fearful. I was afraid she was going to go to hell. I was afraid she was going to go to hell.
It was almost like, what are you going to do next? Look at you. Look at how you're dressed.
When Sergeant Harbour informed me of the difficulties that her mother was having with her becoming a Muslim, my response to Sergeant Harbour was to be patient. If she sees how your life has changed, then the comments will change as a result.
All praise be to Allah. He created this universe in accordance with a balance and justice. You reap what you sow.
My life started to turn around because I was happier. I thought self-care before was going to the gym. Now I realize that self-care could be something as simple as sitting on the couch and listening to the rain. I continue to give thanks to God for everything that had happened to me. And I still continue to show what Islam was doing for me. And soon after that, my mom started texting me Arabic phrases in the morning. And I did not think much of it, just besides, wow, this is awesome, she's taking an interest. I have my mom back. And then on her birthday, she texted me, I just took my Shahada. I converted.
We kissed and made up. We really did. We kissed and made up. Even though I'm 58 years old, I am not too old to learn. And what just happened is I had a transformation. Actually, I grew up. Her changing changed me. It opened my mind.
When I got the call that, hey, my mother has become a Muslim, I was at a loss for words, actually. It was unexpected. You know, my mother decided to become a Muslim as well. But after 20 years.
Both of you were converts whose mothers converted?
Yes.
So right now we're driving to Burke Burnett, Texas to see my mom. This is the first time we've seen each other since she converted to Islam. So I've seen my dad twice since him and my mom split. He was beating the crap out of her. She broke that window right there, so I was able to run out at the back door and run past this house to the next house. Yeah, they took him to jail. It's pretty funny, like some of these stories, man. Gosh, I'm so nervous. Are you sure? You ready for this?
Hey!
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
Aw. Hey, Mama.
Hey.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm well, thank you.
Look at you. You look cute.
Thank you. I've been searching for this for so long, a place to actually belong, a place to actually fit in, and I actually feel in my heart of hearts, in my mind, I finally found somewhere, and for that I thank you.
You are so welcome. I love you, Mama.
Every mother and daughter should be able to bond as we have bonded. It has been a fight, it has been a struggle. Yes, we've yelled, we've screamed, we've cried, we've jumped up and down. But for us to be at the point that we're at now, it's been worth it. It's been worth it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Nothing.
This was God's plan, and I'm not here to fight with it because I can handle being a Muslim and being in the Air Force. So it's my responsibility to join the two.
Some of the struggles that Muslims go through in the United States military is, to what degree can we practice our faith?
If I make a mistake, people are not going to blame Mesa for it. People are going to blame my religion for it.
We're part of the fabric of this society. And there's not a conflict of interest.
Muslims have been serving in the US military since the Revolutionary War. And though they make up less than 1% of today's fighting force, Muslim servicemen have enjoyed new rights and visibility in recent years, which is surprising when you consider what's coming from the White House.
I think Islam hates us.
Since 2015, Donald Trump has called for a complete shutdown of Muslim immigration, advocated for increased surveillance of mosques, and claimed that Muslims are not assimilating to U.S. culture. So with all this hostility coming from the president, what is life like for Muslims who've sworn an oath to protect this country?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
This is Mesa Uza. She recently made history by becoming the first Air Force JAG Corps officer authorized to wear a hijab. She grew up in Dearborn, Michigan, home to the nation's largest Muslim population and the biggest mosque in North America.
My parents immigrated here from Lebanon in search for a better life. They wanted their children to live the American dream, and the Air Force gave me the opportunity. A lot of non-Muslims think that we are oppressed because of our hijab. Because apparently oppression to them means being fully clothed. Stop stereotyping us. Stop stereotyping Muslim women. Hijab to me means modesty, it means empowerment, it means freedom and feminism.
Mesa is in a position to be a role model because she has broken through some barriers. The idea that the military is not an attractive place for women or for Muslims to serve. Many of the families in this community are fleeing conflicts in the Middle East. So the Muslim bans have been received with great anxiety. And despite the tensions coming out of the White House, we believe that the military is distinct from the political climate. And once people know her, I believe that they will have a different opinion on what she stands for.
What else they got besides rotisserie chicken? How you doing, gentlemen? You good? You all right? All right. I decided to become a chaplain during my deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. Hey, what? No. I wanted to be a bridge builder between the American perspective and the Muslim one. See, you know, there's only 5 of us in the Air Force.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like a unicorn. At my first duty station in 1995, the superintendent told me that when I gave my oath of enlistment, that my oath was given in accordance to the Christian God and not my God. The idea that people are just going to do away with their prejudices, that is not a realistic expectation. You've got to open the door to allow others to experience who we are.
At officer training, I was the first Muslim that most of my colleagues have ever met. They asked me, what is the hijab? Do I shower with the hijab? And do I engage in sexual activity with the hijab? There was an article that was posted about me on an Air Force Facebook page. Unfortunately, I did receive a lot of negative feedback. The military has gotten weak. I'm sick of Mideast crap taking over our culture. You serve the military doesn't serve you. Terrorist, put her in jail. Will it fit under a gas mask? Can she shoot her rifle? Can she pass her PT test? Take that towel off your goddamn head. It shocked me, but the amount of love that I received far surpassed the amount of hate. Yes, good for her. Proud of you, ma'am. This is America. I want to be her when I grow up. I salute you. Go Air Force. Yes to America. Yes to the immigrant. Yes to the hijab. Yes, yes, yes to Mesa Uza.
I think Muslims in the United States Armed Forces are treated a lot better than they were 24 years ago when I first joined. I'm not saying it's easy, because it's not. But you got to look at the bigger picture. What are you really trying to accomplish? What are you trying to do here?
So when I was first told that I must take off my hijab, this created some tension between my family and I. My father and my brothers were encouraging me to take off the hijab. They just wanted me to take the easy way out. But my mother wanted me to challenge this policy. She knew this was unacceptable.
Hey.
What's up, Captain?
What's up, brother?
What's up? You looking fresh?
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
شو حبيبة قلبي، شو كيفك؟
الحمد لله.
حبيبة قلبي اشتقت لك.
اشتاق لك العافية.
شو هذا الحلو، شو هذا الحلو.
You are very special to me, you know what? والدليل انك انت حاربتي لحجابك وربحتي.
Mama, I love you, and I am where I am today because of you. You gave me the strength and the courage and the determination to be where I am today. And you're my best friend in my entire world. And I want to thank you for everything that you have done for me.
Always speak the truth and fight for your right, no matter what, under any circumstances.
Mama.
And you won. You won.
I love you, Mama. Thank you. I'll call you after work, okay? Oh. I feel the absence. It will never be easy to be away from my loved ones. But I have a duty, I have an obligation to my country, and they respect that.
As people like Mesa continue to break new ground for Muslims in the Air Force, the fact remains that the US is still bombing a number of Muslim nations around the world. Which begs the question, do Muslims in the military, who sacrifice so much to be there, ever feel like they're fighting a war against their own faith?
Oftentimes over the course of my years, I've heard the claim that America is at war with Islam. This is far from the truth. I've deployed in 3 different locations, Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghanistan. And in each of those countries, I fought alongside our Muslim allies against an enemy that was common to us all. Until you've put the boots on and the uniform on, you really don't know what it's like. You're just going off of hearsay.
Islam and the Air Force have more similarities than people think. Discipline, modesty, justice, valor. So in a way, the hijab and the uniform both represent the same thing.